So I got this exclusive confirmed by two separate impeccable sources very close to Justin Baldoni.
That basically says that Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are already exhausted by this lawsuit and experiencing mental anguish. Very interesting.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are facing a crisis unlike anything they've encountered before, and the fallout is only beginning. What started as an industry dispute has snowballed into a full-scale legal battle that could destroy their careers, reputations, and even their financial stability. This isn't just about bad press. This is about survival. It all started when Justin Baldoni refused to back down. Blake Lively assumed she had the upper hand, but now the situation has spiraled completely out of control. This lawsuit is not going away anytime soon, and Blake can already feel the walls closing in. She knows that if she falls, there will be no coming back from it. She's scrambling to regain control, but there's just one problem. Justin isn't interested in a quiet, behind-the-scenes settlement. He's determined to fight this all the way to court, and he wants the world to see exactly what happened. Justin's legal team has made one thing abundantly clear. This isn't going to be a typical Hollywood scandal that gets brushed under the rug. They are armed with solid evidence, documents, admissions, and proof of how Blake allegedly manipulated the process to take over the movie It Ends With Us. According to insiders, she used her PR machine to silence and discredit Justin, assuming he wouldn't have the resources to fight back. She was half right, but also very, very wrong. Here's where everything changes. A billionaire is now backing Justin Baldoni's legal battle, and that has completely turned the tables. Steve Sarowitz, a co-founder of Wayfarer Studios, has stepped in to support Justin, ensuring he has the financial firepower to take this case as far as it needs to go. Before, Blake and Ryan had an advantage in terms of wealth and influence. Now, that edge has disappeared. Blake Lively might have thought she was untouchable, but Justin Baldoni has a powerhouse behind him. And in Hollywood, where accusations can permanently destroy careers, he knows he has no choice but to fight for his reputation. If he settles, it will be seen as an admission of guilt, and that will be the end of his career. That's why he's taking this all the way, no matter the cost. Meanwhile, Blake and Ryan's legal team is in complete disarray. Their biggest mistake? Refusing to apologize. Rather than de-escalating the situation, Blake has doubled down, standing by her claims and refusing to retract her accusations against Justin. At this point, it's not just a court battle, it's a war in the media. And Justin, he's not playing by Hollywood's usual PR rules. Unlike other celebrities caught in scandals, he isn't making desperate public statements or offering quick settlements. He's standing firm, refusing to let his name be dragged through the mud without a fight. And that strategy might just work. Hollywood has a history of ruining careers over allegations, but Justin is betting that he can turn the tide. His legal team has already told Judge Louis Lawn that a settlement discussion is premature, meaning they're prepared to take this fight all the way to trial. No backroom deals, no quiet resolutions. This is going to be one of the biggest legal showdowns in Hollywood history. And here's the kicker. The judge agrees. The court has made it clear. This case is going to trial, period. No mediation, no discovery protocol, no sweeping this under the rug. March 2026 is shaping up to be a landmark moment in Hollywood legal battles. But while Justin is gearing up for a fight, Blake Lively is already feeling the fallout. The cracks in her career are showing, and they're spreading fast. This isn't just a PR nightmare, it's the start of something much worse. Blake Lively built her career on charm, relatability, and a carefully crafted public image. But that image is now falling apart in real time, and there's nothing she can do to stop it. What started as a legal battle with Justin Baldoni has turned into something much worse, a full-scale public and professional meltdown. The damage isn't just in the courtroom, it's hitting Blake where it hurts the most: her businesses. Her once thriving hair care brand, Blake Brown, is now struggling to survive as customers turn away from her products in droves. She had spent months promoting the line during the press tour for It Ends With Us, positioning it as her next big business venture. But now, instead of being celebrated, it's being boycotted. Sales are plummeting, and investors are pulling out at an alarming rate. It's getting even worse. According to reports, major retailers, including Target, are seeing an increase in product returns and declining sales. Some insiders claim that Target is even considering removing Blake's brand from their shelves altogether because they are losing money. If this is true, it's a major blow, not just to Blake Brown, but to Blake's credibility as an entrepreneur. Once a Hollywood darling, Blake is now facing a massive shift in public perception. Consumers don't just buy products, they buy into the people behind them. And right now, people are rejecting Blake Lively. The accusations, the lawsuit, and the way she has handled it all have turned her from a beloved celebrity into a divisive figure. And in today's culture, that's all it takes for a brand to collapse. But Blake Brown isn't the only business at risk. Her cocktail brand, Betty Buzz, is also showing signs of decline. What was once seen as a fun and successful side project is now facing potential backlash. Investors are reportedly getting nervous, and sales are expected to take a hit as the lawsuit drags on. If the public perception of Blake continues to decline, there's no telling how much damage this will do to her businesses long term. And it's not just her brands that are suffering. The ripple effect is spreading through her entire career. Hollywood is a brutal industry, and once your name becomes a liability, opportunities start to disappear. Studios, directors, and executives don't want to take risks on someone whose reputation is tarnished, especially in today's hyper-aware media climate. If Blake loses this lawsuit, or even if the public simply turns against her, she could find herself quietly pushed out of the industry. The irony? This could have all been avoided. All Blake had to do was issue a public apology and move on. But instead, she doubled down, refusing to retract her accusations against Justin Baldoni. And now, she's watching everything she built start to crumble. This lawsuit is no longer just about clearing Justin's name. It's about exposing what really happened behind the scenes. And with every passing day, Blake is losing the fight, both in the courtroom and in the public eye. The question now isn't just whether she can win this case, it's whether she can survive it. And judging by the way things are going, the answer isn't looking good. For years, Ryan Reynolds has been one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, known for his quick wit, self-deprecating humor, and ability to blend comedy with action effortlessly. His portrayal of Deadpool turned him into a cultural icon, making him one of the most bankable stars in the industry. But now, even his A-list status isn't enough to shield him from the storm that's coming. As the lawsuit between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively intensifies, Ryan Reynolds is starting to feel the heat, both from the public and from the powerful studios that control his future. And at the center of it all, Disney. Disney has built its empire on maintaining a clean and carefully curated image. While they've allowed Ryan to push boundaries with Deadpool, they are not willing to risk their brand reputation over his personal scandals. And right now, his association with Blake's lawsuit is making him a liability. Rumors are swirling that Disney executives have already warned Ryan about his behavior, particularly in connection to Deadpool 3. Allegedly, he made jokes at Justin Baldoni's expense in certain scenes, mocking the lawsuit and the accusations surrounding it. At first, it seemed like just another example of Ryan's signature humor, but Disney reportedly didn't find it funny at all. According to insiders, Disney has put him on notice, tone down the humor, or risk being removed from Deadpool 3. It sounds unthinkable. After all, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. But the truth is, no one is irreplaceable in Hollywood. If Disney feels like his presence is becoming more of a liability than an asset, they won't hesitate to cut ties. Imagine Deadpool without Ryan Reynolds. It seems impossible, but Disney has made it clear that they're willing to do whatever it takes to protect their brand. They've already taken bold moves with high-profile firings in the past, whether it was Johnny Depp from Pirates of the Caribbean or Gina Carano from The Mandalorian. If this legal battle escalates and Ryan refuses to fall in line, he could be next. Beyond Deadpool, this lawsuit is putting Ryan's entire career in jeopardy. His brand has always been built on his likability. He's the funny, charming, relatable guy. But now, his name is being dragged into a bitter legal battle, and the public is starting to turn. If Blake loses this case, the backlash will be massive, and Ryan will go down with her. The Hollywood machine can be brutal. Studios don't want to work with someone whose reputation is in free fall. If he becomes too controversial, projects could start disappearing. Endorsement deals could dry up. The business world, where Ryan has made millions with investments in companies like Aviation Gin and Mint Mobile, might also start to distance itself from him. What makes this even more difficult for Ryan is that he's trapped in a no-win situation. If he distances himself from Blake in this lawsuit, it looks like he's abandoning his wife. But if he stands by her too strongly, he risks dragging himself down with her. Hollywood is an industry built on perception, and right now, the perception of Blake and Ryan is changing fast. They've spent years crafting an image of being a power couple, successful, funny, down-to-earth, and scandal-free. But that image is starting to crack, and once it shatters, it will be nearly impossible to repair. And then, of course, there's the $400 million lawsuit hanging over their heads. If Justin Baldoni wins this case, the financial hit will be devastating. Blake and Ryan have built a fortune together, but a loss of this magnitude could wipe them out. And if they can't pay, their assets could be seized, their businesses could crumble, and their careers could be permanently damaged. This isn't just a lawsuit anymore. This is a Hollywood disaster unfolding in real time. The worst part? It could have all been avoided. Blake could have apologized. She could have settled this before it became a massive public spectacle, but instead, she and Ryan doubled down. And now, the consequences are coming faster than they ever expected. This lawsuit isn't just a legal battle anymore. It's a full-scale disaster that could leave Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds bankrupt, unemployable, and permanently damaged in Hollywood. The stakes couldn't be higher, and yet, they seem completely unprepared for what's coming next. Justin Baldoni's defamation lawsuit isn't about a simple payout. It's about clearing his name and holding Blake accountable. And with a staggering $400 million in damages on the table, the consequences of losing this case could be catastrophic. If they lose, Blake and Ryan won't just take a hit to their reputations, they could lose everything. Justin is suing for an amount that could wipe out Blake and Ryan's entire fortune. While they are both extremely wealthy, their assets, luxury homes, investments, businesses, and endorsement deals are tied up in ongoing projects and companies that depend on their public image. If they lose this case, they could find themselves in serious financial trouble. Legal experts have reportedly evaluated their net worth, and if a judgment of this size is awarded, they may not be able to pay it off without liquidating assets or even filing for bankruptcy. Their businesses, Blake's Blake Brown hair care line, her Betty Buzz cocktail brand, and Ryan's investments in aviation gin and Mint Mobile could all take severe hits. Endorsement deals could disappear overnight. Hollywood has no problem abandoning stars when they become too controversial. If they lose this case, it's unlikely they'll be given another chance to rebuild. Studios, brands, and executives don't want to be associated with a scandal, and there will always be fresh, new faces ready to take their place. Blake's career is already showing signs of collapse. The backlash against her is growing, and major brands are reportedly distancing themselves from her. Her hair care brand is tanking, with reports suggesting that Target is considering removing her products from stores due to plummeting sales and high return rates. And then there's Betty Buzz. Once a promising business venture, it's now caught in the storm of controversy. Investors are reportedly reevaluating their involvement, and sales are expected to drop as more people boycott Blake's products. No company wants to be associated with a lawsuit this massive, especially when the public opinion is turning against her. Ryan isn't faring much better. Disney has already put him on notice, allegedly demanding he tone down his humor in Deadpool 3 or risk being replaced. While it might seem unthinkable that they'd drop him from the role, it's not outside the realm of possibility. Disney has cut ties with stars before, and they won't hesitate to do it again if they feel Ryan is becoming a liability. And it's not just Deadpool. Every studio and brand that has a contract with Ryan is watching this lawsuit closely. If he becomes too controversial, projects could start disappearing. Movies could be shelved, deals could be canceled, and opportunities could dry up overnight. The most shocking part of all of this? Blake could have ended it before it got to this point. All she had to do was apologize and settle the dispute behind closed doors. Instead, she refused to back down. She doubled down on her accusations against Justin Baldoni, believing he wouldn't have the resources to fight back. But she underestimated him. She assumed he would fold. She assumed money and power would keep her safe. But now, Justin isn't just fighting back, he's winning. He has billionaire backing, a solid legal team, and most importantly, the court's approval to take this all the way to trial. No settlement, no quiet resolution. This is going to trial in March 2026, and the entire world will be watching. If Blake and Ryan lose, it won't just be a financial loss, it will be the end of their Hollywood careers. They will go from being one of Hollywood's most powerful couples to cautionary tales. Their endorsements, business ventures, and even their ability to land roles will all be in jeopardy. And worst of all, they did this to themselves. Blake Lively thought she could take down Justin Baldoni. Now he's the one taking them down, and he's doing it in the most brutal way possible, legally. The question now isn't whether they'll survive this lawsuit, it's whether they'll ever recover from it.